Welcome back, race fans, to Pine Hill Rally Course for the Pine Hill Rallycross Tournament. I'm your host, Mike Hannick, and this is my co-host, Mac Laren.
Hello everybody, you are looking at the four cars who will be competing today in quarterfinal number 1.
Up first, it's Jabo from Dog Squab Racing in his Ford Focus RS from Ohio, and he is the 17th seed, weighing in at 64.76 grams.
Up next, it's the number 1 seed, Speedball Herman from Gravity Throttle Racing in his Bentley Continental GT3. He comes to us from Kansas.
Up next, it's Farrell Patrick, the 3 seed from Farrell Mods in his Ford Sierra Cosworth, coming from Minnesota, weighing in at 64.19 grams.
And finally, it's Vankoyic from Skid Marks Diecast Racing. He's driving a 71 Datsun 510 from New York, and he is the 27 seed.
I'd have to say that Farrell Patrick might be the favorite after his performance in the first round, but Jabo did pretty well as well.
And of course, we can't forget about the 1 seed, Speedball Herman.
He had a good qualifying run, and he wasn't too far off Jabo. And Skid Marks, he came from the last chance qualifier, so kind of surprising that he made it here, but we'll have to see what he can do. One other thing, we lubed with silicone spray some of the track, some of the turns to help the cars go through it faster, so expect to see some faster times. Jabo's on pole for race number 1. And they are off. Jabo pulling ahead. Farrell Patrick holding up the pack behind. Don't see that often. Jabo spun around. Farrell Patrick is all over him. He's spinning him around. Farrell Patrick dives to the inside, and we'll take race number 1. Speedball comes in for second, and then Jabo. And there goes Al Vankoyic.
That was a pretty chaotic race. Jabo took the early lead, and Farrell Patrick and Speedball Herman got tangled up back there. Meanwhile, Jabo spins around on the final hill, and the others catch up. Al Vankoyic getting sideways and barely makes it over the final hill there. Meanwhile, Farrell Patrick is all over Jabo here and spins him around coming into turn 5 and ends up making the move down there. And Al Vankoyic is pretty far behind at this point. He also spins around. Farrell Patrick streaks right down the inside and passes Jabo, and so does Speedball Herman. Just barely gets around.
That was a good pass.
Yeah, and here comes Al Vankoyic to place 4th.
2 points for Jabo, but he's behind Speedball and Farrell Patrick at this point. As we go into race number 2.
Farrell Patrick is on the pole position, and there he goes. Oh my goodness, Jabo almost flips over there. He ends up in last place, but Farrell Patrick...
Not looking back, wow.
Yeah, Farrell Patrick takes the win in...
Wow, that was a fast time. That's going to be a new track record, and there is Speedball blocking Jabo. What a time from Farrell Patrick. He just dominated that race. I'm not sure how Jabo managed to not end up flipping there. And a nice save by him. Speedball gets spun around in turn 2. Farrell Patrick, he's gone. Al Vankoyic trying to catch up, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't happening. Good clean run for him, though. Speedball is staring down Jabo. Farrell Patrick just perfect all the way down to set that 11.2 track record. Then Jabo challenges Speedball, and that didn't end well for them.
Farrell Patrick holds the lead after race 2 with 8 points, and the others are pretty far behind.
All right, on the pole it is Al Vankoyic, but Farrell Patrick takes the lead, but Speedball shoots by on the outside. I'm not sure if everybody else has stopped. Speedball with a good run. Oh, he's spun it around and is stuck. Is anybody else coming down? It doesn't appear like it. So that's going to be a restart. Here we go again. This time, Al is able to hold off Farrell Patrick, but not Speedball and Jabo as they go up the inside. Speedball with a nice run down the hills. He's got the lead. Jabo and Al have spun around, but it is going to be a good time by Speedball as he comes in for the win. There's Farrell Patrick trailing the field. You don't see that often.
Al Vankoyic took the early lead but got spun out by Farrell Patrick there, which allowed Speedball Herman and Jabo to come up the inside on turn 2. Meanwhile, we see Farrell Patrick trailing the pack back there.
Making up ground pretty quick,
yeah,
though.
Jabo spins around turn 3.
Farrell Patrick, he must have spun like 5 times there.
But Speedball Herman had to lead the whole race and took the win. Jabo in second, and then Al Vankoyic and Farrell Patrick spun around for good measure again and took 4th.
that tightened things up. It's Feral Patrick still holding a lead with 9. It's 7 for Speedball, 6 for Al, and 5 for J-Bo.
This is pretty close. Al Vankoyic tries to come around Speedball Herman, but crashes. And Speedball Herman has the lead. Can he hold it this time, too? Oh my goodness, he gets passed by J-Bo, comes up the outside. And J-Bo will take the win. Feral Patrick, I think, took second. Did he?
Yes, he did. That was a double pass again on the final straight. That keeps happening. Speedball had a good run like last race until the final straight. Feral Patrick and J-Bo also had good runs. All coming down in a line here. Feral Patrick gave J-Bo a bump, I think, which was what pushed him past Speedball there, and then Feral Patrick was able to make the move on Speedball as well.
Pretty close up there. Feral Patrick's still holding with 12, but Speedball and J-Bo now tied at 9.
Let's go to the halftime. Welcome to the halftime grudge matches, where anybody who wants to can call out another racer and race them one-on-one on the track. Best 2 out of 3. Our first challenger was Blue Flash from Portillo Entertainment Racing, and he called out Crazy Canuck from 905 Diecast. This should be entertaining. If you want to call anybody else out, just do it in the comments here. These will be going on, I guess, for the rest of the tournament, if we get enough interest.
Since Crazy Canuck was called out, he started on the pole position, and there he goes. He's pulling way ahead of Blue Flash. Oh, but he slows up coming into turn 3, and Blue Flash comes right around the outside with a nice move. And Blue Flash will take the first win. Looks like Crazy Canuck stalled out on turn 3.
Blue Flash is on pole for race number 2. If he can win this, he will seal the deal on this grudge match and prove that he is faster than Crazy Canuck. But Crazy Canuck goes up the outside on the top straight and is just racing away from Blue Flash. I don't even see Blue Flash. Crazy Canuck is going to come in and take his first win and tie everything up. Appears that Blue Flash is stuck on the hills.
Okay, whoever wins this race will be the champion of the grudge match. Blue Flash comes around the outside, but Crazy Canuck will take it back. Crazy Canuck is pulling away. Oh, he slows up a bit. He spins around coming out of turn 4.
I don't see Blue Flash.
Sorry, turn 3. And Crazy Canuck will take the win.
And Blue Flash, unfortunately, didn't have it today, and Crazy Canuck will take the win in this grudge match. Let's get back to the racing. Here we go, race number 5, on pole, it's J-Bo. There they go. Feral Patrick all over the back of him. Oh, he dives the inside and gets the lead. Speedball up into second. Speedball cannot catch up to Feral Patrick. Feral Patrick's gonna come in. What a time! Another track record from Feral Patrick. This guy's insane. There's J-Bo coming in for third. And I don't see Al. Oh, there he is, stuck on the hills.
Wow, what a fast time by Feral Patrick. Even though he didn't start on the pole, he still got the track record, as we see here, diving up the inside of J-Bo. Speedball Herman trying to catch up, but he could not. Just a very nice run by Feral Patrick all the way through. As we see him come down the final straight to take the win and a new track record.
That probably would have been a really fast time by Speedball, too, and he was in second. That's gonna put him up, Feral Patrick up to 16, over 12 for Speedball and 11 for J-Bo. That's a real battle between those two.
Unfortunately, Al Vankoyic is pretty far behind at this point. Feral Patrick is on the pole position. He spins around, and it is Speedball Herman diving up the inside of J-Bo, and he has the lead. He's flying, and Speedball Herman will take the win. That's a fast time there.
Sub 12 again. Coming down in third, it's J-Bo, and fourth is Al. Feral Patrick had the pole this time, and he got out to the lead, and then just completely spun around. That allowed J-Bo to get the lead, and then Speedball goes from like 4th to 1st or something. He ends up with the lead. J-Bo, with a massive rollover on the hills, gets hit by Al and keeps going. That was insane. I didn't even know that happened. It is Speedball just flying through the track. Feral Patrick with a nice drift in turn 5. These two are spinning around playing cat and mouse. J-Bo takes the advantage of skid marks there and takes the lead for third. Feral Patrick got all loose on the final straight. I'm not sure what happened this race, but he seemed a little bit discombobulated. Discombobulated. These big words, I don't even know how to say them.
After the 6th race, Feral Patrick still leads with 19. Speedball in second with 16, and then 13 is J-Bo.
Al on the pole. I'm not sure if he's in it or not, but he needs to get ahead of Feral Patrick here, and he does. Feral Patrick, though, gets bumped through in reverse. Al trying to get up the outside. He couldn't do it. Al going for the inside. He can't do it. Oh, he spun around. Feral Patrick will take the win over Al, but what a run from Al challenging Feral Patrick that race. J-Bo comes in for third. And Speedball, that's going to hurt him as he's got a DNF in turn 3.
Nice move there by Al Vankoyic to get ahead of Feral Patrick, but Feral Patrick passes him back in turn 2. Man, Al Vankoyic all over him. Feral Patrick, that is, on the hills, but just didn't have quite enough to get around him. Once again, tries to get up the inside, but can't do it, and spins around coming out of turn 5. Speedball Herman gets stuck in turn 3.
He was trying to block J-Bo, Speedball Herman was.
My goodness, that's a lot of spins there by Al Vankoyic. After Feral Patrick took the win there, Al Vankoyic took second and J-Bo in third.
Feral Patrick is pretty much good with 23 points. The real battle is between Speedball and J-Bo. Speedball with a 1-point lead over J-Bo to move on to the semifinals here.
Speedball Herman has the pole position, and he pulls ahead of Al Vankoyic. J-Bo all over Speedball Herman there. He needs to catch up if he wants to move on. Speedball Herman has the lead. He spins around.
J-Bo
gets the win. Oh my goodness. Where is Speedball Herman? He's out, and Al Vankoyic takes second. I think that means J-Bo's going to move on.
And as the camera pans back, we see that Speedball Herman is stuck blocking Feral Patrick. Not sure how that happened, but let's go back. We see Al getting sideways and allowing Feral Patrick to slip on into third place. But meanwhile, these two are in a crazy race all the way down the track here. Into the turns, Speedball still held the lead, excuse me. J-Bo, everybody's spinning around coming out of turn 5. Speedball has spun around more than J-Bo. J-Bo sneaks through in reverse. Feral Patrick crashes into Speedball, and then Al crashes into both of them to come in for second. But it's all over for Speedball.
That was so crazy.
Here are the final scores. Feral Patrick and J-Bo will be advancing. The number 1 seed, Speedball Herman, falls in a crazy DNF on the final straight. Unfortunately for him and Al, they will be going home.
But congratulations to Feral Patrick and J-Bo for moving on to the semifinals.
Here is a list of all the top 10 times throughout the tournament. All the ones in blue were today. So, a lot of fast times. Like I said, we lubed the track. Here's a look at the bracket as Feral Patrick and J-Bo are the first racers into the next round of the semifinals.
That's it for now, everybody. Thank you for watching.